Have you ever pondered what it truly means to live a good life? This is a question Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, spent his life exploring. Now, imagine a world where happiness isn't dependent on external factors, but instead it's something that comes from within. This is the essence of Stoicism, a school of philosophy that Seneca advocated for. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. Seneca, a Roman statesman and dramatist, was not just a theorist. He put his beliefs into practice, facing life's adversities with a stoic calm. His writings and teachings pose a question that is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. What does it truly mean to live a good life? In our world of instant gratification and constant change, Seneca's wisdom offers a refreshing perspective. Let us embark on a journey to explore the wisdom of Seneca, a man who devoted his life to uncovering the secrets of living a good life. Seneca was born in Cordoba, in the Roman province of Hispania, around 4 BC. His life, from the beginning, was destined to be anything but ordinary. Born into a wealthy equestrian family, Seneca was graced with opportunities that were beyond the reach of many during his time. His father, Seneca the Elder, was a renowned rhetorician who imparted his love for words and eloquence onto his son. But it was his mother, Helvia, who played a crucial role in shaping his early years. A woman of strong character and wisdom, she instilled in Seneca a deep-seated respect for learning and a burning curiosity about the world around him. At the tender age of 5, Seneca was brought to Rome for his education, a city bustling with knowledge and power. The young boy was thrown into the deep end of Roman society, where he was to learn not just about oratory and literature, but also about the virtues and vices of human nature. Yet it was a woman in his family who would introduce him to the philosophy that would become his guiding light. His aunt, whose name we do not know, was a follower of the Stoic philosophy. She saw in her nephew a mind that thirsted for more than just knowledge. It thirsted for wisdom. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, self-control, and acceptance of fate, resonated with the young Seneca. It offered him a framework for understanding the world and his place within it. Seneca, the blossoming philosopher, was intrigued by this philosophy that encouraged individuals to lead a life of virtue and wisdom, to be in harmony with nature, and to accept the world as it is. This early exposure to Stoicism did not just feed his intellectual curiosity, it also provided him with a moral compass, a guide that would steer him through the tumultuous years that lay ahead. Little did the young Seneca know, his early exposure to Stoicism would shape the course of his life and influence countless generations to come. Seneca's life was not a smooth sail. His trials and tribulations were many, but they only served to strengthen his resolve and deepen his understanding of Stoicism. Seneca, born into one of Rome's leading families, had his fair share of power and influence. Yet, he was not spared from the unpredictability of life. In the middle of his flourishing career, a sudden storm clouded his horizon. Emperor Claudius banished him, accusing him of adultery with the princess Julia Livilla. This was a crushing blow for Seneca, a man at the height of his influence, suddenly stripped of his status and cast into exile. He found himself on the rocky shores of Corsica, an island far removed from the splendors of Rome. Stripped of his privileges, Seneca was thrust into a life of hardship and solitude. But it was here, in the wilderness of exile, that his philosophy truly took shape. Seneca turned his attention inward, focusing on self-improvement and self-understanding. He wrote extensive letters and essays, distilling his thoughts on life, death, and the human condition. His writings from this period reflect a deep understanding of the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. 8 long years passed before fortune turned in Seneca's favor once again. Agrippina, the influential wife of Claudius, recalled him from exile to become the tutor of her son, Nero, the future emperor. Seneca returned to Rome, his understanding of Stoicism deepened by his trials. His philosophy, now forged in the crucible of personal suffering, was ready to guide him through the treacherous waters of Roman politics. His return to Rome wasn't free of troubles either. The young Nero, initially a promising student, grew into a tyrant, and Seneca found himself navigating a perilous path between his Stoic ideals and the demands of a volatile emperor. In the face of adversity, Seneca found wisdom and resilience. His experiences became the bedrock of his philosophy. So, even as the waves of life crashed against him, Seneca stood firm, his wisdom a beacon for all who seek to navigate the stormy seas of existence. Seneca's wisdom, distilled through his writings, offers profound insights into living a good life. Imagine a life where you are in control, not your passions or impulses. This was the life Seneca led and the life he advocated for. His teachings on self-control are pivotal in Stoic philosophy. He believed that self-control is the key to true freedom. Seneca wrote, "He who reigns within himself and rules his passions, desires, and fears is more than a king." This is a powerful statement that challenges us to look inward and take control of our own lives. It's a call to push back against the whims of our desires and fears, and instead, guide our lives with reason. In addition to self-control, Seneca taught us to value the one commodity we can never get more of: time. He warned us against wasting time on mindless pursuits and distractions, saying, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." In other words, Seneca believed that the quality of our lives is determined not by their duration, but by how we use the time we have. This teaching is a stark reminder to live intentionally, to use our time wisely and purposefully. But how should we live? According to Seneca, we should live in accordance with nature. He stated, "Live according to nature, but let it be your own nature." This statement encapsulates the core principle of Stoicism, which is to live in harmony with the world and with ourselves. It's a call to authenticity, to live in a way that aligns with our true selves, our values, and our principles. It's also a call to adapt and flow with the changes life brings, just as nature adapts and flows with the seasons. These teachings of Seneca are not lofty ideals, but practical wisdom for everyday life. They are tools for personal growth and self-improvement. They encourage us to take control of our lives, to value our time, and to live authentically. But it's important to remember that Stoicism, as Seneca practiced it, is not about denying emotions or suppressing feelings. It's about understanding them, managing them, and not letting them control us. It's about finding peace amid chaos, strength amid adversity, and joy amid sorrow. It's about living fully and deeply, regardless of external circumstances. Seneca's wisdom reflects the core principles of Stoicism, but it also transcends them. It speaks to the human condition, to our struggles and aspirations. It offers a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life with grace and dignity. It reminds us that we are the masters of our fate and the captains of our soul. Seneca's wisdom, rooted in Stoicism, offers timeless guidance for navigating the complexities of life. Seneca's life may have ended in 65 AD, but his wisdom continues to resonate with us today. His teachings, born out of a time when the Roman Empire was at its zenith, are surprisingly well suited to navigate the complexities of our modern world. Seneca's influence has been profound and far-reaching. His thoughts have permeated the landscape of modern philosophy, serving as a foundation for numerous philosophical movements. His ideas about virtue, resilience, and inner peace are echoed in the works of modern thinkers and have been adopted and adapted by countless self-help gurus. In a society that is so often driven by the pursuit of material wealth and instant gratification, Seneca's wisdom offers a refreshing alternative. He teaches us that the path to a fulfilling life lies not in the accumulation of possessions, but in the cultivation of virtue and wisdom. His insights into the human condition help us understand that it is not the external circumstances, but our response to them that determines our happiness. In the midst of our fast-paced, high-stress lives, Seneca's teachings offer a roadmap to tranquility. His emphasis on mindfulness and living in the present moment aligns seamlessly with contemporary practices of mindfulness and meditation. His advice to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't resonates strongly in a world filled with uncertainty and change. Seneca's legacy is not just a collection of profound philosophical ideas, but a practical guide to living a good life. His wisdom is a beacon for those seeking a path away from the noise and clutter of modern existence towards a life of simplicity, virtue, and inner peace. In the wisdom of Seneca, we find a compass for living a good life, a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. Embrace Stoicism, and you will discover a path to true success that has stood the test of time.